Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Cooklyn channel. I'm Dave and you're in my kitchen. If it's your first time here, welcome aboard. And if you've been here before, you know what to do. I'm excited this morning because I actually know what we're gonna have for dinner tonight. Amazing. 9 out of 10 times we have no idea what we're eating for dinner. It's a phone call on the way home. Sometimes we don't even know who's cooking dinner. I just wanted to do this recipe, these recipes, I guess, because more than one thing, since last summer. This is Picanha. Have you ever been to those Brazilian restaurants where you get one of these and then you be like, bring me more. Hold up. Let me take a little break. And you be like, bring me more. And then they come out with the meat on the skewers, and then they be like, he, and you be like, yeah. South America has some of the best. There is a bird that won't shut the up. And his song is long. He won't, you hear him? He won't stop. Say, oh, you filming? Are you filming? Are you filming? Are you filming? Wild annoying, son. Like, wild annoying. So that's my inspiration for today. The Brazilian Churrascaria experience. Good and sharp. The steak has a little bit of a fat cap, and I'm just gonna trim that down a little bit, right? Fat is flavor, and Chester, go away. Not now. He's barking at the FedEx guy. The FedEx guy is our friend. He brings stuff from Amazon. Yeah, fat is flavor, but too much fat is not, appetizing. So we're just gonna take off a little bit of that fat cap. We've got our picanha all trimmed up. And the next thing I'm gonna do is just slice it. I'm breaking these down into steaks. I don't want to cook this whole thing like a roast, so let's look at about this. Yeah, it's about 1.5 to 2 inches. Oh, I just want to eat it now. The next thing I'm going to do is just salt them. This is a grilling and barbecue salt. My Tio Tony Luna, hey Tony, has taught me that you don't really need much for a good steak. And I've seen this man amaze me and cook some steak with just some salt. That's what we're gonna do today. Some of you go ahead and close your browser now and say, forget it, this man is crazy. But I defy you to try, number one. Number two, there's gonna be something else to accompany the salt and the steak. Trust me. Come along with me for the journey. What I'm gonna do is just give these a nice starter salt. And this is a coarse grain salt, so it's great because you get to literally see what you're doing, and you can see your coverage better. I like that about a coarse grain salt, because the table salt is too fine and it dissolves so quickly. Sometimes you get carried away. Use a a coarse grain salt, use kosher salt to season, and then you use table salt where it belongs, on the table, like, you know, just a little in the little shaker, just to enhance if you find something is a little bland. So we're all salted up. I'm gonna get this in the fridge and just let the salt do its thing, and we'll pick this up later. Hey, we're back. It's evening, done work, and it's time to get dinner on the table. Time to get dinner cooking and on the table anyway. Check out our picanha. Just took it out the fridge, and the color's changed. It's this beautiful mahogany color. All that salt has penetrated, and the moisture's been removed from sitting in the fridge this long. It's tenderized a little bit. So what I'm gonna do now is leave this out on the counter while we get everything else prepared. And I'm gonna cover it because the summer's here and flies. I'm gonna knock the chill off of it, so to speak. We're not bringing it up to room temperature. It's a term that people use, but it's not accurate. What we're doing is just tempering the meat. With our Brazilian picanha, I want to have some Brazilian type sides, right? We got some white rice, which is like automatic. We eat a lot of white rice. If you watch my shows, there'd be a lot of rice and a lot of white rice. It's so good. A Dominican and a Jamaican. What's gonna happen in this house? We're lucky we eat anything else but rice. So it is what it is. But for this Brazilian dish, I mean, the white rice is classic with it. What goes along with the white rice for these Brazilian dishes is black beans. I'm gonna be doing a riff on Feijoada, which is a black bean stew. I got here some pigtails, and I've got some salted beef. And I also have some chorizo. To prepare this, we're gonna give it a good wash. We're gonna rinse it off first, and then we're gonna boil it a couple times, change the water to remove some of the salt. It's like making corned beef. Comes from the tradition of preserving meat, corning it or salting it, just like how, you know, salted cod that we make a lot in the Caribbean. Salted pigtails, salt beef, jerky comes from preserving, from no refrigeration days to, you know, finding ways to make the thing stretch. It's a tradition, and there's taste and there's flavor there. We have refrigeration, thank God, but you know, there's still a value to it, so it's still, you know, it's still in use. And what we're gonna do is use it today. Just breaking this down into some cubes. I'm gonna bring it to a boil, throw away the water, add some more water, bring it to a boil again, and then zoom, zam, zoom. We're gonna add some canola oil and a few cloves of garlic. You just want to toast the garlic until it gets golden brown. And to this, we're gonna add one large diced onion. A couple pieces of our chorizo. I'm doing 3 cans of black beans, rinsed and drained. 4 cups of water. A few bay leaves, teaspoon of cumin. The bay leaves and the cumin are crucial to this dish. If you notice, I haven't put any salt in here. Salted meats are gonna provide that salt. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Cover this up, bring it to a boil, and then reduce it to a simmer. Been about 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes or so. And our beans are bubbling away. Here comes the salted meat. I've boiled it and drained it a couple times. So I've removed a great portion of the salt from it. So now the job it's gonna do is to further flavor this pot. A lot of recipes for this call for a pressure cooker. I don't have one, and it's just gonna take a little bit more time. I got time. So the rest of my chorizo, just a little bit more liquid. Bring it right to the top. Okay, down to the nitty gritty. We're gonna get this picanha cooking. I got a nice hot grill, streaming hot, and then I just put my picanhas, traditional style, over these skewers. You bend it up in this little horseshoe shape, and that's how it's traditionally roasted and served. You ever been to the restaurant? That's how they come. They come like this. Wow, they be like, oh, picanha, and then they slice it. So I'm doing it traditional style. Got 2 skewers loaded up, and here we go. And this is directly over some pretty hot coals. I've studied the art. Gracias a Tio Tony Luna. This is just that salt. I'm just gonna give a little sprinkle right now. I'm gonna keep flipping this. I'm gonna flip it like every minute or so, so that it doesn't burn. It's a pretty hot fire. I wish I had a rotisserie. That would make it great. Of course, I got my handy dandy thermometer. And once we get to a good medium rare, which is where we like it, we'll break it down and get ready to eat. These are done. Check them out. Yeah. Tempt them. We got a little bit of different temperature range in here, but that's okay because we got some smaller steaks and we got some larger steaks. So some of the smaller ones are going to be a little bit more done than some of the larger ones, and that's great because you have a range. And it's pretty much the same thing at the Brazilian restaurant. They'll ask you what temperature meat you want. You know, they'll slice it from the outside, they'll slice it from the inside, and then so you get the perfect doneness that you want. So we can mimic that at home, and I think we got it done. To go with our steaks, I made chimichurri, and this is a garlic and parsley and oil, a little bit of white wine vinegar, a little bit of salt and pepper. And this is a traditional sauce that goes with meats. And you just kind of drizzle a little bit on top, dip your stuff in it. It's fantastic. What I'm gonna do now, since we're just coming in off the coals, I always like to rest my steaks. So that's all I can stand. And I can't stand no more. And here we go. Gonna pull this from the skewer gently. Gently. There we go. We butchered this, and our grains are running this way. So we're always going to try to cut across the grain to get the best chew out of our steak. And this is looking so perfect, so juicy, so classic medium rare. I could not ask for anything more. So that's a couple slices just for the proof. I gotta try. Should I plate up everything? Because I got so much going on. One little piece. Let's see which one. This guy right here. And a little personal chimichurri. Just gonna dip. Then I'm gonna flip. That is a success. That's part one. Let's plate up and get ready for part two. Oh yeah. Here's our delicious feijoada. Let me get some of these bay leaves out the way, I'm just gonna dig in. And look at all that salted meat. Our beans, so rich, so luscious. I'm just gonna grab myself a big spoon of this. Right over. A couple pieces of that sausage, some salted beef. Yeah. Piece of that link. There we go. And just some of that sauce. Yeah. Let's get a couple slices of that picanha. And just take all of these. A little chimney. Thank you for watching the Cookland channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up. Hit the notification bell. Do all those great things. I want to be great this year.